an important news story. Tigray government a few hours ago issued a very detailed statement about the withdrawal or retreat of its forces from Afar and Amhara regions. Very important statement. 5 main points are mentioned in this statement. We'll have a look at these 5 points one by one. Tigray government is trying to justify its withdrawal in this statement. It is offering to the stakeholders to this conflict that it is ready for peace. Let's have a look at these points mentioned in the statement. Firstly, viewers, the government of Tigray says that its forces entered Amhara and Afar regions to weaken the fighting capabilities of the forces which launched attack on Tigray in November 2020. How true is this statement? Well, when in June, Tigray Defense Force took back Mekelle. After that, it tried to move towards western and southern Tigray. It could not take western Tigray. It managed to take back Korom, Elamata, Raya, southern Tigray. Then after taking control of southern Tigray, it started moving in eastern direction into Afar and in western direction into Amhara regions. Back then, it was stated position of Tigray People Liberation Front, Tigray government, Tigray leaders, that this movement into Afar and Amhara regions was to degrade fighting capabilities of the rival forces. But after that, when they took control of Vuldia and Dasi, Kambolcha, then they started talking about transition. They said that their target was Addis Ababa. We saw statements both from OLA and Tigray spokespersons that they wanted to reach Addis Ababa. They wanted to remove PM Abiy from power, and they wanted to discuss only about post-Abiy period, only about transition, and that they were in touch with other stakeholders about transitional period. So, their last objective was to remove Ethiopian PM Abiy from power to reach Addis Ababa, not just to degrade the fighting capabilities of rival forces. First point. Second point, Tigray government says that it is withdrawing voluntarily. Its forces are withdrawing voluntarily. It wants to give peace a chance because Ethiopian government, federal government, regional governments, they're mobilizing civilians against Tigray Defense Force, and TDF does not want to kill civilians. So that is why it is withdrawing, because it wants to give a chance to peace. International community has also been calling for peace. So it's an offer of peace. We'll have a look at this second point at the end. And thirdly, it says that its fighting capability of its forces is intact. It has not been damaged. We can say to some extent that Tigray has not suffered huge losses. Militarily, if you compare Tigray of today and Tigray of June or July, when TDF entered Amhara and Afar regions, we cannot say that Tigray has been considerably weakened militarily. No, they still have their troops, they still have their generals. Some of them might have been killed, but their fighting capabilities have not been significantly degraded. You can say they suffered some losses due to drone strikes and some human wave attacks, but we can sum up that their major fighting capability is definitely intact. Fourthly, Tigray government is thanking Tigrayan diaspora It says that with money, with knowledge, with time, this diaspora worked hard and they worked for Tigray. It is urging them to continue working. And lastly, Tigray government is addressing international community. It says that it's the time for international community to play its role. Another genocide of Tigrayans is underway. Mass arrests of Tigrayans is being done. They're being detained. And now when Tigray forces have withdrawn from their gains, they are putting across a message of peace. Now it's upon international community to put pressure upon Ethiopian government that it should also pursue the path of peace. Now, can we say that it's a message of peace from Tigray Defense Force, from Tigray government, that TDF is withdrawing because it wants peace? I think we should say that to promote peace. If Tigray government says it wants peace, it is withdrawing back into Tigray, this call should be backed. From this platform, we have been calling for peace. We've been calling for an end to this war. The parties will keep on fighting if they keep on waiting for the other side to accept a humiliating defeat. Don't expect the other side to say that it has been thoroughly defeated. And it has not been defeated, TDF, completely. You cannot say that TDF has been completely defeated. No. Their fighting capability is largely intact. Their leadership is largely intact too. You should not see this offer of peace as a sign of weakness. It will lead to continuation of this conflict. They have been forced to withdraw, no doubt about that. Had they been in a position to reach Addis Ababa, they would have tried to reach Addis Ababa. They could not. New drones, Turkish, Emirati drones changed the battlefield picture. It became very difficult for Tigray Defense Force to keep on advancing. They had to retreat after suffering losses. Most of these losses were human losses and a few material losses as well. Now they want peace. Talks should start now. Ethiopian government, international community, all must play their part in the start of these talks. This is the time, viewers. This is the time. Once again, this is the time when one party is withdrawing. Yes, it's not talking from a position of strength. No doubt. Tigray is not offering peace from a position of strength. No doubt about that. It is offering peace from a position of a little weakness. But this call for peace should be backed. Parties should sit at the table and start talks. That is what I would say and recommend. Thank you for watching.